My business partner stood in front of our entire staff, his voice shaking with fake outrage. I discovered this morning that $340,000 is missing from our company account. I've reviewed the transactions. Every unauthorized withdrawal was made by someone with Bookkeeper access. He turned to face my cousin Sarah, who sat frozen at her desk. Sarah, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the premises immediately. We're filing a police report for embezzlement. Sarah's face went white. I would never. The evidence is clear. You're fired. Security will escort you out. I sat at my desk in the back office, listening through the doorway. My phone screen showed our company bank account in real time, the one my business partner didn't know I had separate access to. I'd watched him drain $340,000 over the past 6 weeks. Every transaction, every transfer to his personal account, every attempt to cover his tracks by making it look like bookkeeper error. What he didn't know, Sarah wasn't just our bookkeeper, she was my cousin. And I told her 3 weeks ago exactly what he was doing. The calm verdict was about to be delivered, with bank records, with screenshots, with his signature on every fraudulent transfer, and with a business partner who was about to learn that framing family was the worst mistake he ever made. Hook and credentials, 030 to 120. I didn't stand up and defend Sarah in that moment. I let him finish his performance. I let him fire her. I let him call the police. Because I already had 3 weeks of documented evidence, an attorney on retainer, and a forensic accountant who'd traced every dollar to my partner's Cayman Islands account. They thought I was the creative partner who didn't understand finances. They were about to learn I am a CPA, who spent 7 years in forensic accounting before starting this business. My name is Jennifer Kim. I'm 34 years old. I co-founded DataBridge Solutions, a software consulting firm in Austin, Texas. We have 18 employees and generate $2.4 million in annual revenue. For 6 weeks, my business partner stole from our company while planning to frame my cousin for his crimes. And for 3 of those weeks, I documented everything while staying perfectly calm. Hit subscribe to Calm Verdict Stories. Drop your city in the comments. If you've ever had a business partner betray you, if you've watched someone try to destroy an innocent person, this story is for you. Because sometimes the best response to embezzlement is letting the thief dig his own grave. Backstory 122. 4 o'clock I started DataBridge Solutions in 2019 with my business partner, Derek Walsh. We met in business school. He had the sales skills. I had the technical expertise. 50/50 partnership. Equal equity. Equal decision making. Our company grew fast. By 2023, we had major clients, consistent revenue, a solid team. Sarah Kim, my cousin, joined as our bookkeeper in 2022. She's detail-oriented, trustworthy, has an accounting degree from UT Austin. Are you sure hiring family is a good idea? Derek asked when I suggested her. Sarah's qualified. She's got better credentials than any of the other candidates. Just, let's keep professional boundaries clear. Sarah was perfect for the role. She managed accounts payable, accounts receivable, payroll, financial reporting. Derek and I both had access to review everything. But Sarah handled the day-to-day. The business ran smoothly, until it didn't. Escalation 4 o'clock to 6:30, April 2024. Derek started talking about expanding. We should open a West Coast office, San Francisco or Seattle. We're not ready for that kind of overhead. We have the cash flow. I've been looking at the numbers. I've been looking at the same numbers. We don't have the capital for expansion right now. He pushed. I refused. We tabled the discussion. May 2024. Derek started questioning Sarah's work. Sarah, these expense reports are a week late. I submitted them on schedule. They're in the shared folder. Well, I didn't see them. Small complaints. Nitpicky criticisms. I noticed but didn't think much of it. June 2024. Our monthly financial review. Something was off. Derek, our operating account is lower than I expected. We should have around $480,000. I'm seeing $380,000. We had some unexpected expenses. Marketing campaign, new equipment. What marketing campaign? The LinkedIn ads we discussed. We hadn't discussed LinkedIn ads. But I let it go. Made a note to review the statements more carefully. The discovery 6:30 to 9 o'clock, June 18, 2024. I couldn't sleep. Something about the finances bothered me. I logged into our bank account at 2 a.m., started reviewing transactions from the past 2 months. May 3rd, wire transfer $25,000 to DW Consulting LLC. May 17th, wire transfer $30,000 to DW Consulting LLC. May 29th, wire transfer $35,000 to DW Consulting LLC. June 5th, wire transfer $40,000 to DW Consulting LLC. June 12th, wire transfer $50,000 to DW Consulting LLC. I'd never heard of DW Consulting. I searched our vendor records. Not there. I searched business registrations. DW Consulting LLC, registered in Delaware, May 1st, 2024. Registered agent, Derek Walsh. My business partner had created a shell company and was wiring our money to himself. I pulled up every transaction. Total, $340,000 over 6 weeks. I took screenshots, downloaded bank statements, saved everything to a private cloud account. Then, I did something I'd never done before. I accessed our accounting software and checked the audit logs. Every action taken, time-stamped, attributed to a user. Every wire transfer had been initiated with Derek's login credentials, not his. But in the transaction descriptions, he'd written notes like, per Bookkeeper request and approved by S. Kim. He was building a paper trail to blame Sarah. Strategic response, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock, June 19, 2024, 7:30 a.m. I called Sarah before work. Sarah, I need to tell you something, and I need you to stay calm. I explained everything. The shell company, the transfers, the fake audit trail blaming her. Jenny, what do I do? Nothing. Act normal. Keep doing your job. Don't confront Derek. Don't change your behavior. I'm handling this. What are you going to do? Build a case. We have 3 options. Confront him now, file a police report, or let him keep going while we document. I'm choosing option 3. Why? Because the more he takes, the bigger the federal charges, and if we move too soon, he might destroy evidence or flee. Let him think he's getting away with it. June 20th, 2024. I hired a forensic accountant, Michelle Rodriguez, certified fraud examiner, Jennifer. This is textbook embezzlement. Shell company, wire transfers, falsified records. You have everything you need for criminal charges. I want to let him continue for a bit longer. Build the strongest possible case. How long? 2 more weeks. Then, we file. I also hired an attorney, Tom Brennan, white-collar criminal defense except I wasn't the defendant. Tom, I need you on retainer for when we file criminal charges against my business partner. You're not confronting him first? No. He's framing my cousin. I want him in handcuffs, not in a settlement negotiation. The setup 11 o'clock to 12:30, June 21st, July 8th, 2024. Derek continued stealing. June 21st, $45,000, June 28th, $50,000, July 5th, $55,000. Total now, $490,000. I documented everything. Michelle provided weekly reports analyzing each transaction. Tom prepared the criminal complaint, July 8th, 2024. Derek's behavior shifted. Nerbuzin Jumpy Jenny. I think we have a problem. What kind of problem? Financial? I've been reviewing the books. We're missing a significant amount of money. Here it comes. How much? Around $340,000. Maybe more? What? How is that possible? I don't know. But every transaction I've traced has Bookkeeper authorization. Are you saying, Sarah? I'm not accusing anyone yet. But we need to investigate absolutely. Let's bring in a forensic accountant. I already have someone in mind. Actually, I'll handle this. I want to use someone I trust. I'll have a full report by end of week. He didn't like that, but he couldn't object without looking suspicious. The accusation 12:30 to 14 o'clock, July 12, 2024, las 9:15 a.m. Derek called an all-staff meeting. I knew what was coming. Michelle and Tom were on standby. Derek stood at the front of our office. His outrage performance. I discovered this morning that $340,000 is missing from our company account. Sarah sat at her desk, confused. Every unauthorized withdrawal was made by someone with Bookkeeper access. Sarah, I'm going to have to ask you to leave immediately. We're filing a police report. Sarah looked at me. I gave her a small nod. Stay calm. I didn't take any money, Sarah said quietly. The evidence says otherwise. Security will escort you out. Our office manager, James, stood to walk Sarah out. That's when I stood up. Derek, before you file that police report, I need to show you something. Jenny, this isn't the time actually. It's exactly the time. Everyone stay seated. You're going to want to hear this. I walked to the front of the room, opened my laptop, connected it to our presentation screen. Derek just told you that $340,000 is missing and that Sarah took it. That's partially true. $340,000 is missing, but Sarah didn't take it. Derek did. The evidence, 14 o'clock to 15:30, I pulled up the first slide. Bank statement. May 3, 2024, wire transfer $25,000 to DW Consulting LLC, initiated by Derek Walsh at 3:42 p.m. I have the IP address. It's Derek's laptop. Derek's face went pale. My 17, another $30,000. Same company. Same IP address. And every transaction after that. I showed the spreadsheet. Every transfer. Dates, amounts, IP addresses, login credentials. DW Consulting LLC, Delaware Corporation, registered May 1, 2024, owner Derek Walsh, bank account, Wells Fargo, opened May 2, 2024, registered to Derek Walsh. I showed the corporate registration documents. Derek transferred $490,000 from DataBridge Solutions to his personal shell company over the past 7 weeks. He then altered transaction descriptions to make it look like Sarah authorized them. I showed the audit logs. His username, his time, but the actual system logs show the truth. Every transaction was initiated by Derek and not Sarah. Sarah sat at her desk, tears streaming down her face. Not from shame, from relief. From relief? I've spent the past 3 weeks working with a forensic accountant and an attorney. We've documented everything, every transaction, every forged note, every piece of evidence. I turned to Derek. You tried to frame my cousin for your embezzlement. That was your first mistake. Your second mistake was thinking I wouldn't notice $490,000 missing. I'm a CPA, Derek. This is literally what I trained to do. Derek tried to speak. Jenny, I can explain. Save it for your attorney. Tom Brennan stepped into the office from the hallway where he'd been waiting. Derek Walsh, I'm here on behalf of Jennifer Kim and DataBridge Solutions to inform you that we're filing criminal charges for embezzlement, wire fraud, and falsification of business records. The Austin Police Department has been notified. Federal charges will follow since you used wire transfers for interstate fraud. 2 police officers entered. They'd been waiting outside. Derek Walsh, you're under arrest. Resolution 1530 ends July 2024. Derek was charged with embezzlement, wire fraud, and fraud in connection with computers. August 2024. I bought out his 50% equity for $1. The partnership agreement allowed forced buyout for cause. He didn't fight it. His attorney advised him not to. September 2024. Derek pled guilty to avoid federal trial. Sentencing: 8 years federal prison, $490,000 restitution, 3 years supervised release. October 2024. The $490,000 was recovered from his accounts and returned to the company. November 2024. I'm the sole owner of DataBridge Solutions. Sarah is now our Chief Financial Officer with a significant raise. Our team is stronger. Our finances are clean. And we have new financial controls that require dual authorization for any transfer over $10,000. If you've made it this far, drop a comment. Tell me your city. Tell me if you've ever had a business partner betray you. Embezzlement happens. False accusations happen. But forensic accounting, audit logs, and patient documentation stop it. My name is Jennifer Kim. I'm 35 years old. I'm the owner of a $2.4 million software consulting company. And I'm someone who learned that the calmest response to theft is letting the thief believe he's winning while you're documenting every crime. They thought I was the creative partner who didn't understand numbers. They thought framing Sarah would work because she was just the bookkeeper. They thought I'd panic when $340,000 went missing. They were wrong. I'm a CPA, Sarah is my family, and I'd been watching him steal since transaction 1. Primera está yet calm, I documented everything. I let him fire Sarah in front of the whole company. And then I played a slideshow that sent him to federal prison. The verdict is always calm. The audit logs never lie, and you should never, ever try to frame someone's family member. My business partner emptied our account and blamed the bookkeeper. The bookkeeper was my cousin, and I was a forensic accountant. His worst day.